Hello everyone, I'm Denise Love, and guess who's turning 50 this month? Me! So I thought I would invite you to a little paint party here in my studio so that we could have a little bit of fun, eat a little bit of cake, and just enjoy the month that I've just turned like half a century. Definitely a milestone we're celebrating. So I can't wait to see what we're creating today. Grab a piece of cake, grab some paint, and come have some fun with me at my little birthday party. Okie dokie people, okie dokie. Let's get this party started. All right, so I might have ate a little bit of that cupcake so I'd have some sugar flowing. And I looked through all the cards and I pulled out all the party cards and I thought, let's do a party card today. So I don't know, which party card do we want to do? Most of the party cards came out of box 2. I got one out of box 1. So it looked like box 1 was mostly holiday kind of things and box 2 was more a party card. So this came out of box 1 and all these came out of box 2. So what do we want to do? Do we want to, okay, what if we just close our eyes and shuffle them up and we don't know what we're going to get, and then maybe stick it behind our back and then we won't know what we've pulled out. Okay, here we go. Which one is it? Oh, okay. Kind of feeling that. What do you think? I know it's not like party colors, but I do feel like chocolate cupcake because, you know, when my mother asked me, we're going to do this one. We'll get to these, but today we're going to do this one. And I'm going to stick all these in box 2, and then I'm going to wonder where that box 1 card went. Who knows? Who knows where the card went? Maybe we'll have another party card soon. So, I actually didn't expect to paint this one. I love it. And I managed to get something on my paper here, because that's what I do. But every time my mom would ask me, what kind of cake you want me to make? I would want chocolate with some chocolate on the side, maybe chocolate dribbling out of it with chocolate icing, and just give me death by chocolate. But then sometime as I got older, probably in my late 30s actually, because I'd still say it was still digging the chocolate before that, I started going, wait, there's other flavors I might like. And so now I like all the other flavors. I like lemon. I really like lemon. I like strawberries. Let's get a little sampler out here and see how bright this is. Oh yeah, okay, we're gonna go for that one. Yeah, I like all the flavors now. Let's do this one. And maybe, let's be smart about this, huh? As I just put something on the paper I didn't intend to. Maybe if we move the paper out of the way while we pick stuff, huh? Okay, so there we go. We got that one. I need a brown. Let's see. So these are the Kuretake, the bigger set. And then I've got my Art Nouveau set over here to the side also. So we've got a burnt umber. Yeah, raw umber deep. Could be that one. This one is 37 purple. I feel like that could be this over here. So let's just pull it out. And we've got flax beige. I love it. I almost wonder, I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence about this one. This is yellow brown maybe, and then we got a black, which, here's a black. Okay, so that's kind of our colors. I reserve the right to put gold and stuff because I feel like we may be topping it with gold. We could top it with let me just see. We could top it with some stencil work. Let's see what we got here. Okay, yeah, that's a good choice. Just making sure before we get to painting that we really like these. Okay, that actually looks more like that top one. This one actually looks more like that. We could pull in totally. Got that color. So what we could do is actually, I could paint with, say, these 3 colors. Even though I pulled these out, I'll put these back. I could paint with those 3 colors, and then we can stencil on top or draw on top or mark make on top in, say, like a medium brown or that black. How about that? I'm kind of feeling that because this really looks like graphite to me. Perfect time to bring in some graphite. So I want to paint for some of those frames that I got at the TJ Maxx. And so what I recommend you do if you want to have some pieces, let me go get one of those frames. So what I recommend you do if you have a frame that you're like, okay, I want to paint something for this frame. This is one I got at Home Goods, TJ Maxx. It was $14.99, and it's a 12 by 12 with an 8 by 8 mat. So now I know I need something that's maybe 9 by 9. So I got a little bit of extra paper to go up under that mat. So now I know I want to paint something that will go in this size and maybe hang up in the art room here. So I've got myself some of the Hahnemühle paper that I have just cut that little section off the bottom there. That's 100% cotton because I really like that. And I think I want to do maybe some odd shaped, the bubble art kind of stuff, or we could do the random organic kind of stuff. What are we feeling? Oh my gosh, see, now I'm almost feeling organic with some stuff in it. All right, so yeah. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Now I just need to like get some stuff on my paint thing. I also want to play with opacities, so I'm gonna put down a plate. This is just a dessert plate, like a hors d'oeuvre plate, and maybe paint with that, because then I can put some of this on here and add water to it so I can get some different opacities maybe. So I'm kind of feeling that. Let's put our cupcake over here. Sometimes I'm talking as I'm thinking, so I'm getting my thoughts together. Got it zoomed in a little bit. All right, so are we feeling kind of random? Or are we feeling circles, bubbles? All right, I'm feeling kind of random. All right, I think I've made the decision. Random. Okay, it's been a while since I've painted one of these. And so let's just see where we can go. And I do kind of want to play with opacities. So I want to get some dark color and some light color in this. And maybe I want to have some of this run down, so maybe some extra water and get some drips early on possibly. So let's do that right there. Get a little something to wipe the, there we go. All right, now we've got it started, we've committed. And I'm going to be doing some gold. I feel gold coming out of this set now that we've got this kind of started. Definitely feeling the gold. That's actually even more vivid. Look at that. Look how vivid that is. Ooh, that's some yummy stuff. Okay, now let's go ahead and get some of that in there. Oh, look at that color. Look at that color. Wow, that's a good one. Oh, I love this. And you've kind of got some little movement as we've gone through like that. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's feeling pretty good there. Kind of want some really darkness in here. So now, before this dries, hang with me here. Back here, I've got some sepia. Oh, sepia. Sepia can be like the super dark. Yes, this is sepia FW acrylic ink. And I'm feeling like, you know, if we do a little bit of some of that on here and watch it kind of run and spread, we'll get a different look. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. I love watching it run and spread. Oh, oh my goodness. I love this so much. Could add some water to it if I wanted to do a little more. Like we could really get this spread around a little bit if we need to. Because I don't necessarily want it to be like a circle, like we dropped a drop and it stayed. Oh my gosh, look at that. And then I'm even thinking, what do you think? Maybe we can get some cardboard corrugation. And this is going to be a test, because somebody asked me, do you reuse the cardboards? And I'm like, I am. So we're going to see if we reuse this cardboard that's already got some paint on it, will it still soak up more paint? So nice little test. And I'm going to put this down, and then we're going to have to let this dry a bit. And I'm going to put something heavy on top of it. Let's just pick up a whole stack of whatever's sitting here on my table. How about that? There we go. My lovely watercolors that I love. Alright, we're going to let that sit there as we admire our Masha's watercolors. I almost did it in this little Masha's set because I need to test out all these yummy in the sampler set. So we're going to let this dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, I don't know if we're dry yet, but I did take a little break. Walked away so I wasn't tempted to peek at it. And let's just see what we got. Yeah! Okay, totally still works. And it's just kind of depended on where was the wettest, it looks like. But check it out, it did still soak up and give me some really cool pattern on there. So yay. Okay, not 100% dry, but very close. So I'm definitely loving those. Now I'm thinking, do we want to come on top of this with some stencil work? I did pull a couple out just in case I was tempted. Some of my favorite ones. I got my little hash mark one. This one's Stencil Girl. This one's S376. And I do like the flower one. So maybe some flowers. I don't know. Kind of thinking out loud here. Maybe some gold. I love my zig marker with the gold, because that makes everything super easy because it's just the same color as those Kuritakis. I'm definitely feeling some gold. I almost need some darkness in there too, so we're definitely going to do this. Let's pull out our dark pencil. I like that also. And I'm kind of feeling like maybe some Klimt patterns, because I did just finish a Klimt class and I liked some of the patterns and things that Klimt does in his designs. And so I'm almost thinking, let me go grab my samples. In that Klimt class, we do a master study of Gustav Klimt. And what I really like is some of the patterns that he used in his work and the swirls and twirls. So I am kind of feeling like that could be. And I also really liked these patterns here that I've done in gold inside the circle with these little elongated ovals and some lines. I liked these that look a little bit like a coffee bean with some dots, little circle on circles. So you can see we've got some new marks to kind of add into our favorite things. I like the circles with the dots on both sides, kind of like the vines that he did. So this is a very inspiring piece, and I've got myself some new little idea charts that I created from some of his paintings. And so I am very inspired by the gray piece and the different techniques that we can see in there. And so I'm almost thinking, definitely want some circles with the dots. I really like the tone-on-tone pattern work that he did in his stuff too. And if you get real close, you can see my pencil work in there. And we could add some tone-on-tone pencil work in here if I pick a pencil. And I've got the polychromas here, which I've decided I really like the polychromas. We could pick out some of these colors right here. These were the colors that were in our thing. And I could do some mark making like that kind of in here. Let's just do it now that I've got there. Let's go ahead, and it's still a little bit wet. I can kind of feel it here under my hand. Still a tiny bit, not completely dry, but it's dry enough for me to get a tone-on-tone pattern here. Oh yeah, look at that. And then we've got some little dots in there. So the reason I've kind of decided I like these polychromas is because they're smooth. They go right on top of other paints really beautifully. And so there's less drag on it than when I use my pastel pencils. Pastels they almost give you a drag when you draw. Like it's more effort, it's harder. And these are just so smooth. Okay, I'm actually really loving that. Let's just do that over here. Because one of the things that we learned there in that master study, that class that I just did, is pattern on top of pattern on top of pattern, basically. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's no surface left untouched with multiple color and pattern on top. And while I'm definitely going to have some color left off of this with the white, it's very interesting all the stuff that we could create in all the colored areas that maybe we just didn't even consider or think of before. And so I definitely want to take what I've learned in that study and go forward, get a little more creative in some of the things that I decide to use in my artwork. It's always nice to study the past, kind of figure out motifs and patterns and colors that old masters used and just learn from those. I really love that. And so, you know, with my photography too, I've done lots of deep dives in different subjects. And it's a lot of work. Like, I don't do deep dive after deep dive. I got to do a deep dive and then wait 6 months and then be like, okay, I'm ready to soak in the next thing. Because there's a lot of work that goes into, like, an honest to goodness, you're trying to learn something, study. Like, you actually stop and you do the different projects and you come up with different designs and you do some samplers and some guides for yourself, like my little mark making guide. Like, you actually take the time to become the student, and that's a lot of work. Like, I don't like doing that all the time, but I do like doing that once or twice a year. Okay, that's super fun. Now I'm kind of thinking, what else do I want to do? See, I kind of liked, he's got this little motif where he has little half circles that are kind of like, looks like a coffee bean. So let's just do that over here. Probably be nice if I put the lid on my paint pen since I haven't got to it yet. It's almost like backwards D's. D's facing each other backwards is kind of what that looks like. He did his on a stamp of gold. I could have done that, but I didn't want to. Ooh, I like that. Especially with the little dot work around it in this kind of purple, that burgundy kind of color that you wouldn't normally see on our work. Normally you see the dots in the white or the dots in the gold. So it's always fun to vary things up a bit. I'm almost wondering now, what if we did a brown flower or something in the middle of this and then come back with some gold stuff on top. Let's find ourselves a brown paint. Ooh, I got a burgundy paint that maybe pull out that burgundy. Do we want to do that or do the brown? I might not have this stuff in the brown. I like this stuff. Oh wait, yes I do. Yes I do. Chocolate. Alright, do we want burgundy or chocolate? Look at that as I hit everything I can hit. Alright, let's just be brave. Be brave. I'm going to put a little of this on my sponge. And let's just see. So, what are we feeling? Like right through here maybe? Just going to put it down, see what we get. We may love it, we may not. I did kind of go off of it. I didn't love that I went off of it. But I do kind of love what we're doing. I kind of wish I'd gone further right there, but now it's wet. love that side. Okay, it's just this side that I'm kind of wish I had gone a little further. Let's see, can we set that back down? Let's see, where was that? Brrr. See, I wish there was more there. All right, so maybe if I stick a flower up there, there we go. Still did it. That's okay, but I do like it. All right, so I like that. Let's let that dry. And I'm kind of feeling like gold. Let's go ahead and do some gold. Oh, that was my pencil. I'm like, what happened? All right, so let's just get that started. Ooh, look at that. See, now I almost want that to kind of come over here through the flowers. So this is definitely going to give me a lighter line, like a more delicate line, and depending on the paper, even a little different look than my dip pen with my inks. But it's still going to be that pretty shimmer that I like. And then I can come back up here on this gold part, on this brown part that I don't love, and I can do some gold dots up here. Kind of blend that in better. And I'm doing the little pearls on both sides of the line because I've decided I really like that. Oh yeah, see, look at that. Look how pretty that is if we get up there and shine a little bit of light on that. Pretty, pretty. All right, let's do some of that over here. And then I'm kind of thinking that I could do, let me draw that. I'm kind of wanting one of these circles out of that design, whatever that little ovals design was, and I could kind of do that like right over here, coming off this edge. And then it will just shimmer in the light. And it's kind of just strings of ovals and then a little line going through it at the end. Kind of tying them together. And it came off of one of those Klimt paintings that might have had like a lady, like it might have been on her dress pattern. But it was really cool to kind of just stop and look and observe and be like, oh, if I zoom in, some of those I took a picture of them and then zoomed in on my phone so I could look even closer, because then like when you zoom in, you're like, oh, look at all this pattern that you don't even see from far back. It was really cool. And this was one of those, I'm like, look at this, it's hiding in there. And then we just kind of, maybe a little bit of a line kind of going through some of those, just ties them through a little bit. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Now if we shine that in the light, you can really see the pattern that I created on there. I love it. It's like little delicate, yummy bits of shine. Okay, I'm loving that. Feeling like I need some gold. Something's up here. So maybe I'll do these kind of circle on circles, which are kind of like, they look a little bit like flowers. And they're like clusters of stuff on some of his dresses. And so I really liked it, and I thought, oh, we could definitely have clusters of stuff on our work to kind of pull that out. I like that look. And kind of come off. And we could do that over here too and kind of come off. Oh, and then some dots all around. I'm really feeling it. Okay, this is not where I thought this piece was going to go today. In my mind, when I was thinking party, I was thinking bright colored ones. One of those with colors you definitely never see me pull naturally. Like, it definitely have to be like a challenge where I pull it, because look at that. Look at that. Okay, I love it. So I didn't really feel like we were going to do something pretty and muted. That was not where I thought we were going to go. So kind of a pleasant surprise to put all the party cards behind our back and do an honest blind pull. I promise I didn't even look. And this is not at all where I thought I'd be going today. So, birthday surprise. Also kind of took me a little bit extra time to get there today. This one's a little bit longer and windier path for me, but I don't mind. I don't mind it. And if you minded, you probably zoomed through, so that's okay. I'm just gonna put some more dots in here. Almost thinking that maybe we want some little white dots in here too. Kind of pull some of the background back, possibly. Might be a choice. I don't know, I'm kind of loving it though. But I do always think that white dots are kind of whimsical and pretty. Let's just do it. And it just kind of pulls a little bit of a, because the gold's pretty whimsical too, but look, the white just really stands out in a way that the gold is sinking in until you see the shine. Yes. Okay, I feel like we're getting there. I feel like we're almost there. Like, this feels like the finishing touch. I'm feeling it. And you guys, thank you for celebrating and having a little paint party with me today. It's not every day that we're going to turn 50. And both my parents passed away in their 50s. My dad, he was 54. Leukemia. He had leukemia at the end. My mom, I think that, did I just put a paint dot right there? Oh no, that's paper. And my mom died of lung cancer. She was 56. So going into my 50s, I'm just hoping I make it to the other side, and I hope when I'm 60 we're sitting here having another paint party. Look at that. Okay, so this is delicate and soft and pretty. I like that we came back with the darkness and that little bit of stencil work that we did. I like all of the really pretty gold shininess. So I think I'm going to slip this in the frame and just get a look at it, and then we will call this one good for today. It's just soft and lovely. Oh. And I could keep working on it. I could put some oil pastels on top. You know, I like those. But I am kind of not feeling that I want the oil pastels on that. I just like the soft, delicate prettiness of it. Rather lovely. So I'm going to put this in the frame and I'll be right back. Alright, I got our little piece in the frame and it fit perfect. The way I painted it, it kind of left it to go edge to edge, which is exactly what I wanted, so we weren't having a bunch of white space left over. But look at that framed up. How delightfully pretty is that? And then we can see the gold. Well, we can see the light. I'll take pictures where we can see the gold shine. But look how pretty it is with the beautiful frame. Thank you so much for having a little paint party with me and celebrating my 50th birthday with me. And I cannot wait to see what you're creating. I'm not sure where my color palette card got off to, but I will pull that back out also. Here we go. How did we do with our color palette card? I think we did rather fabulous. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and I'll see you next time.